And what's up, peoples? How you doing? Okie dokie. You guys know me. Oh, see, she don't know. She don't know. See, I'm silly, but I'm having a great time interviewing amazing people right here on Golden Rule Conversations. And I'm just so excited to have Lovely Scent on the show today. Welcome. How you doing,
Thank
girlfriend?
you. I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime, anytime. So tell the people about yourself, girl.
Well, for those of you who know, and some of you that don't already know, that I am a curvy model. And what I mean by that, meaning not technically in the fashion world, but because of my size, I do a lot of runways up in New York and New Jersey. I model for brands by being brand ambassador, the whole nine. So I'm embracing my curviness.
Hey, a lot of years have gone by, and you never would think that, people who are short, people who are curvy, people who are disabled, um,
Yeah.
they're in a wheelchair, they have one limb, they have two, they have amputations, older people. I mean, you would
Right.
never think that the industry would embrace these people because they've been such a stigmatism to the
Mm-hmm.
modeling world for so long. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
aren't normal people like that?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that is my story. That's kind of how my story actually started.
Oh,
Um,
sweet.
growing up in like a Haitian background, everybody wants you to be a nurse, a lawyer, or whatever. And I knew that I always wanted to be a model. So every year my mom would ask me, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And I'm like, "A model." And so I think she probably thought it was going to change. So that's why she continued to come to me every year. But my story never changed. So as I got older, around like 15, 16, I said, I'm going to go to these agencies and, some of them were scams and some of them were just, it ain't like me. I was too short, too thick, or whatever the issue was. So there was a time where I said, I'm done. I'm not doing it. All the doors closed. There's no more doors to open. So I'm done, But I'm going to continue to post my little cute pictures and whatever because that's who I am. That's what I like to do. And then one day, a guy contacted me on Facebook. He's from like 15 Dynasty up in New York. And he's like, "Oh, we thought about being a model." I'm like, "Oh, I don't have time for this. Like, take your scamming behind on, you just don't really get that." So I'm just like, whatever. It's probably another guy that want to talk to me or whatever it was. But I continued to kind of see where it led to. And he's like, "No, check me out and stuff like that." So I did check him out. And he got me in through a lot of doors and a lot of fashion shows and came across a lot of different celebrities and, even Wu-Tang Management, Corrupt, John Blasingame, Godfather of Fashion. I appreciate him from getting me to through the doors. And I got to meet incredible people. And my first fashion show, I actually won the award. So
Nice.
as nervous as I was like, what? When they called me, I was in the back because I didn't even know they were going to call me. But when they said my name, I was like, what? Oh, me? Wait a minute. So I like rushed through the stage and they're like, yeah, you. And I was just so ecstatic at that point. And I said, oh, it's up from here, so that kept me going.
Wow. Wow. I mean, dreams do come true if you stick with it, but sometimes it comes true in such a peculiar way. Like you were like, forget it. I ain't doing this no
Yeah,
more.
I'm climbing the
Yeah.
ladder. I'm like, I don't be no model now. I'm like,
Yeah.
a
Yeah, I hear
wheelchair.
you.
But
I hear you.
But
I hear
you
you.
know what? It came at a time it needed to come because I feel
Mhm.
like if it did come earlier, I don't know if my headspace would have been at that point to really receive it. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I know. Oh, I know. I know. It would have been like, oh yeah, I know I'm cute.
Right. Exactly.
I know, because I would have been the same way. It would have been like, I'm thanking the Most High that I don't have hazel eyes and silky hair. Because if
And
I did,
just
this would not be good.
exactly. What they say, he always come on time, so he did.
Always, always,
Yeah.
always. So, but you're not only a model, you do a lot of different things. So you're a songwriter, a performer, singer. Tell me about that as well.
So, you know what? A lot of people don't actually know that I started off as an artist. And I did not, you know, I didn't put forth the effort into putting my song out. I was kind of like more embarrassed, like, no, maybe people won't like it. Do I sound right? So I was a little bit shy when it came to that. So, and I was more into the modeling anyways. So after I did the modeling, I said, you know what? I can actually tap back in there and see what it do, see if it'll work out for me. So I kind of, and because I had a lot of connection with a couple of people anyway, I said, well, let me see where it could bring me. So I am now transitioning into being an artist, and some of the songs are not out as of yet. Most likely, I'm going to bring them out next year. Kind of
Mm,
out of nowhere, just boom, drop it, and everybody's like, "Well, wait a minute, weren't she? Isn't she a model? Was she?" So you want to surprise the world, and it's kind of where I'm heading to. So,
awesome, awesome. I mean, being an artistic person, someone who is, always thinking of being like, fashion and
mm.
modeling and singing and all that stuff. What is your day like when you're focused on that? Like not the day to day, but the day of, you have to get yourself ready for this runway
Mm.
thing that you're doing that day. What does your day look like on that?
Oh my goodness, the day is actually a really crazy day. And you know what? I always said I want to actually do like a separate TV series where people can actually see the day to day of the modeling world. And I don't mean, just like, what's her name? Oh my goodness. Um, I'm not talking about like Tyra Banks. I mean, like you actually see what's going on behind the scenes from the morning to night. Like
Mm,
it's changing, and we don't care if there's men there, women there, children there. You're just changing clothes because you got to go on to the next. You got to go on the stage with the next outfit. With the next season or the next designer. So it gets pretty chaotic. People are telling you, people are screaming in the back. So really, the people in the audience, you just see, oh, well, this is nice. Well, this is beautiful. But in the back, we're all screaming at each other. What is that? Get out there! So I'm
oh
like,
my
I'm
gosh.
you have to be level headed because you can't be super emotional dealing with whoever is screaming at you. Just put on the clothes and just keep it going. So you just have to be level headed when it comes to that and just keep it pushing. Just keep going. You gotta
Mm,
keep going. Yeah,
you know,
get.
it can get crazy, huh?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, so what does it feel like though? I'm gonna be very honest and frank. I'm very upfront with my questions, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to know what is it like to be a curvy model in a society of formerly not curvy model industry.
It's super tough. I don't have much designers that make curvy model clothes.
Mm,
So my first time that when I actually won that award, I ended up wearing my own clothes that I had bought. Because remember, I went there to wear the designer's clothes to walk down the aisle. Now, here's the issue with me. Not only am I curvy, but I'm short. So the curvy models, there's times where they make them for maybe bigger and taller women versus I'm a little bit more slim. It's like I'm too small for the plus size, but I'm too thick for the juniors. So I'm always fitting like right in that middle because I'm only 5'1". So everybody think I'm like 5'6", 5'7". No, 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 no. When they see me in their real life, they're like, "Oh, you're a real life midget." I'm only 5'1". I wear a lot of heels, but I'm not that tall.
right. Mhm.
And then I'm curvy. I always have thick thighs and hips or whatever. So there are times where designers they have to pin the clothes around how my dimensions fit because they don't always fit. So I had to actually throw on my own clothes in order to walk down the aisle. I mean, not down the aisle, walk down the stage. And luckily I did bring because that's the outfit that I won in. But the fact that when I first walked out there with the clothes that was not fitting, I'm walking here trying to hold the skirt together and it didn't look too right, but I didn't want it to fall too as I'm walking down the stage. I can't have the skirt falling, but it's like a bobby pin hooked onto it. It's that's why I'm like, it's wild, it's crazy. Sometimes you're trying on clothes that don't fit, and if that don't fit, I got to try that one, and that don't fit. So it's embarrassing at the same time, but it's just kind of like making it work without really showing people that you're sweating. Nobody would actually know that at the
No,
end.
they wouldn't. They wouldn't. And I'm very happy for you. You know, 5'1", curvy, never, never, never. Where,
Yeah,
and what world? And
right,
what world do you live in that there would be a runway model, 5'1",
right,
curvy? What
right,
world?
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
How did that feel going out there? And were you amongst other curvy women, or were you just, it was all mixed up?
It was either you're a size 0 to 3,
Mm, never,
or you're
never.
like a 18 and above. And here comes my little midget self that's like randomly in between. So it's kind of like, well, wait a minute, are you plus? Wait, are you junior? Are you what? It's like nobody really knew where I fit in. But then again, it's the story of my life. I kind of felt like I never really fit in. There's times where I'll go to the store and I'm shopping and like get a plus size department, and they're too big. Then I'm like, oh, let me go to the junior. I like this, and it's like, wait, it don't fit. I'm like, is my shoulders too wide? What's going on? So it's always been that issue. But to
Mhm.
be backstage watching everyone just throw on their outfits and ready to just strut the wrong way, the walkway, and here I am like, I want to wear that, but I can't. I want to wear this, but that one don't fit, and this is too big. It's like embarrassing, embarrassing. So I actually have to find a specific designer that can take all my dimensions and actually make the clothes for me.
Wow,
Specific.
but I thought that that's what they did.
Right. But see, with that particular fashion show that I was in, they were like, plus size designer, bring all the outfits you have, and we'll have plus size models for you. So
Oh,
they never got to see my dimensions. They don't even know who was walking. They just knew plus size. So they had
right.
18s and 20s and 22s. I'm like, I'm not neither one of them. I'm like 14, 16.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
I got
I mean, you got to break in some kind of way. You
to.
got to get in there, and you're a pioneer. I
Mhm.
mean, it goes right back to 5'1". I mean, I'm 5'5", and they were like, you can't be a model. You're not tall enough, and you're definitely
Yeah,
not skinny enough. And it's
right,
like, dude, every person I know is a 12 and above. Where do you get this zero from? Who's a
right,
zero? A zero is like a kid in the 7th grade, maybe.
right,
Nowadays, they're probably not even in the 7th grade. They're probably
right,
in like elementary school. I mean,
right.
zero? Where? In my thigh? I mean, seriously, it
I
makes
know.
no sense.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm tired of seeing these skinny girls represent, curvy girls. I'm not like
Hmm.
huge, but I'm not like small. And don't be giving me these flat butt pants either.
But that was
Come on. You be walking around and your butt be all halfway out, because and then the pockets and all that, and then the back part is all out like this. And you got to put a belt on, and the belt has these, it goes straight across, but then the pants buckle down. Come
yeah,
on.
yes. They make those type of clothes for it's like certain type of women. So this is like that's the journey that I've been struggling on for so long. But you know what? I did end up finding this lady in
Mm-hmm.
New York that made all types of clothes for different sizes. And when I tell you, every single outfit she made without seeing me fit me,
Mm,
without a
like
doubt.
that.
And she
Even the
never,
butt,
even the butt,
girl.
even the butt. There
I
was this,
like it when the butt fits right.
yeah, yes. She had this feather outfit, and I'm like, that's not gonna fit me. And when I tell you it sat on me perfectly, I was like, oh, you knew me? You knew this was my size? And she's like, no, I didn't know. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. It fit me, and I felt a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident. Because I'm like, okay, I could actually walk in a clothes that fits me just right. And luckily for the society, these designers are coming out with making different clothes and not just size zero. That's what makes it a lot more better for me because I could actually be where I said I wanted to be. And I think
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
realize that too. They realize that, wait a minute, there's a lot of people that want to be models that can't be because they're not zeros. Well, I'm sorry, zeros still.
I don't know anybody that's a zero past 15 years old.
Right.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm way past 15. Yeah.
Right.
Kids, life, chocolate
Exactly.
cake. I mean,
Exactly.
life, man, stress
Yes.
eating.
Right. And you know what? That puts a lot of challenging on the people that want to be the model. Because when I was
Right.
young, I'm like, okay, well, I need to be skinny. So maybe if I starve, I'm sure there's so many girls that are going through that, trying to fit into that model, criteria that they wanted.
Right.
So I'm glad it's not like that anymore. Like
I'm
seriously.
so happy. I'm very, very happy it's not like that anymore because
Yeah.
there was a stigmatism with that, and also came diseases, and
Mhm.
bulimia and all kinds
Yep.
of different things came with it. And
Yep.
it's just, to me, it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't
Yeah.
worth it. And it still
Exactly.
isn't. It still isn't.
Right.
And I'm glad that we have people like you, pioneers like you, who've gone before. What is your motto? What do you want people to remember you for and by?
Well, you know what? I always have a thing where people always remember my face. Oh, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. And I'm like, I want to be more than beautiful. Everybody has a story to tell, and I want to tell my story, which is why I geared towards writing my book. Because I'm like, if they're not going to hear me through my music, they're going to hear me through my books. If they're not going to hear me through my books, they're going to see my walk. If they're not going to see my walk, they're going to see they're going to see me somewhere. It's because every journey is a story to tell. And I feel like I wanted people to look at me deeper than just, oh, she's beautiful, she's light skinned, or she's thick, and she got a tattoo, or, because people are attracted by, your physical, appearance. And I get it,
Yeah.
first thing you see is appearance. So I get that. But I want people to just kind of dive into it a little bit more. So I'm going to be reaching every platform.
I hear you.
Um,
I hear you. Tell me about your book.
so this is actually a journey of my life. Started, not too in details, just mostly important parts that affected me, good ways and positive ways. One thing about me is, when I go through certain things, I end up going through them alone, which is not a good thing because nobody knows what's going on. So, like for instance, I had lost my mom in 2020, and no one. There's a lot of people that still don't know that even though you see my physical appearance or pretty pictures, oh, she's dancing in this video and whatever, they didn't realize that I was grieving during that time. So I just want to be able to write my story and let people know that it's okay to still grieve and still be normal and not have to always show this look just to be accepted. You're gonna accept me with or without it. I have to be authentically me.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're not always going to be beautiful.
Right.
I mean, I got an ugly cry.
Uh,
So I'm just ugly. But not only that, as you get older, that beauty, it does fade. I mean, you're beautiful, but you're not that young beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, as you get older, the wrinkles come depending on your genetics. The kids stretch you out. You
yep.
got stretch marks everywhere. I mean,
Oh
these
God.
subconscious things that, but I've heard that men don't care.
Oh no, they don't.
It's
All the
all in
things
the
that
woman's mind.
it's the sad truth. It's the sad truth because
You
you
know,
can show them the army and be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, so you don't see this. You
yeah,
don't
right?
see it. And we're having a panic attack, and they're looking like, no, we don't see nothing. But it's the truth. It's all in the mind. You got to
Yeah.
reprogram your mind.
And I believe that came from being a size 0 and a size 2 and a size 1, and the
Yeah.
and the industry. that has told us, as you know, young is beautiful and old is fart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't believe that anymore. I
That's
don't
right.
believe that anymore. I don't believe that young is beautiful. I believe that young is young.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
as you get older, you get wiser, and you appreciate every little thing that you've been through to get
Mm-hmm.
to where you're at,
Right.
as you get older and as you go in your field and you cross over to other different things, what is
Mm-hmm.
it like for you?
It's always going to be a challenge. It's always going to be a challenge because for me, it's kind of like, okay, how do I get people to not only see me as a model, but I'm doing other things as well. It's a little hard for people to get out of that mindset because whatever that's in your mind is just what's in your mind. Because like I said before, they only go by what your appearance is. So that's why it's important to always speak your truth and to always just be authentically you and just be genuine. A lot of people when they book me for modeling their clothes or whatever, they're like, "Oh my God, you actually cool," and I'm like, well, that's supposed to be something else. They're like,
Yeah,
no,
right.
models, these pretty girls, they stuck up, da da da. And I'm like, yeah, that's not me. Like, I have a childlike mentality. Like, I like to play and I could be serious. I mean, there's different parts of everyone. So
Yeah.
for me, I just want people to see a little bit deeper. Genuinely, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
And
I like your Twitter handle when you said before, or is it before you burn the bridge or something like that, you better make sure you don't need me again.
because people be quick to burn it and not realize it. They be knocking on your door like, wait a minute. No,
Make sure you don't need me anymore, right?
hello.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. There's just so
Thank
many
you.
different aspects to you. What is it that you want to leave this world? I mean, the final impression for Lovely Scent. What is that?
My biggest thing is to making sure that people are okay with who they are. A lot of people don't accept who they are. They accept you think that I am. So if I'm supposed to be this classy person, then that's what I'm going to show you. If I'm supposed to be this ratchet person, then that's what I'm going to show you. If I'm going to be this thug, then I want you to see that. No, yeah, I want people to break down these layers and say, this is who I am. And I want people to know this is who I am. I'm not just the face. I'm not just a model. I'm a mother of four. I am, a rent just like everyone else. I'm making life. I'm walking through my journeys. I'm putting my footsteps through life, but I have to be authentically me so I can be happy. And there's actually a quote I have put on I'm sorry, on Instagram on my story, and it says, "Popularity makes people like you, but your happiness makes you like you." I want to be happy. Within me, that's the footsteps I'm gonna leave behind, and I'm teaching
Awesome.
my kids so they can teach it to their kids and yours and whoever's around them.
Yeah.
Spreading positivity. That's all I want to do.
That's it. That's it, girlfriend. Thank you, Lovely Scent. Where can
Thank
people find you, girlfriend? I know you got an Instagram. I know you got a Twitter. So, but where is your preference?
So my go-to is usually Instagram and Snapchat. And let me tell you something. My Instagram might be slightly different from my Snapchat, which might slightly different from my Twitter. You get different versions of me, okay? But my mostly go-to is my Snapchat. That's where you see all the wildness happening. But I usually go to my Instagram, lovely underscore scent,
Awesome.
and the same as my Facebook. Really, if you just put in Lovely Scent, you'll kind of see me everywhere with Twitter and Snapchat. It's all the same. And scent is CENT. Some people be saying scent like the smell. No, scent is short for Cynthia. So CENT. Lovely
Awesome.
scent. Okay.
Awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I want to thank you, Lovely Scent, for being on the show today. And we're
Thank
going to have all of that information in the description box, especially the Instagram, so that you can follow. And if you like a little wild thing going on there a little bit, you got to go ahead and subscribe to and ask for her Snapchat, which I'm not sure if we have, but if we do, we'll put it down there. But
Yes.
I'm telling you one thing, it's just a refreshing thing to see someone who beforehand wouldn't have the opportunity, but now is a trailblazer. And, and there are people coming behind you in droves. It's like you're going in as one, and there's a triangle of people coming in right after you. And you've opened the door for so many different people to come through that door that you're open. And, for people who have before been rejected, now
Mhm.
can't be rejected anymore because of you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm honored to be on the show. I appreciate you and giving me another voice and another platform to speak on. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And don't forget to subscribe right here to Golden Rule Conversations. And this has been a lovely conversation with the lovely Scent. I am telling you. And until next time, guys, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare